Hey everybody, Texas Danny coming to you from the Pizza Parlor. Monday, December the 27th, 2021, at about 4:35 p.m. here in Texas, North Texas, from the Pizza Parlor. Looking Earth over, we have a lot of activity, a lot of things going on, as always. What I'm looking forward to is knowing where the Earth moves, from whence it came and where it is now and where it's going. What this projection or this ideal or place is or whatever, this representation. But it's very busy and it's fluid and it's moving very, very fast. We still have a lot of activity everywhere. You could start up in Alaska, has Mount Denali, a lot of things going on there. Uh, uh, because you have a tremendous amount of high pack ice still everywhere, and that is going to be the formula throughout the world, is your element of water, H2O, water in any form, Water is one of your prime elements for cause, and it's going to be working and it's going to be going at it. You're going, of course, down into the Yukon and British Columbia, which is packed. Vancouver Island, British Columbia, packed. That's going to affect, of course, all of British Columbia, the Western Canada, the Rockies, Alberta. That's for sure. A lot of activity. There's going to be some retrocausality hit Alberta, probably more of that. And of course, I've seen that roll out to Winnipeg. I've even seen where I swore it roll all the way out to Montreal and Quebec City. Okay, that's maybe in the imagination, but it's seeing the dominoes move, and they're moving. Now, of course, that rolls right down into the American Pacific Northwest, the entire North American continent, West Coast, and far reaching into North America from the coast. This is going to go miles and miles in any possible direction, back out to sea and up to inlands and up to the mountains. We have the Gulf of California still widening. We have the effects that are happening still to the Sonora Desert, to Baja California, northern Mexico, Chihuahua. We have the effects that are taking place in southern Arizona, southwestern Arizona. We have the Pacific eyeing Arizona, saying, I'd like to beach there. And yeah, it looks like it's going to do it, because we got that area opening up in Southern California and Southern Arizona, going right up into the Salton Sea. That quantum area is prime time territory, and it's opening up. It's continuing to open up, and it's getting bigger and bigger. I haven't marked everything meticulously, but I'm seeing what's coming, and it's more widening and more splitting. Sharkata Na has used his globe, I think. He kind of mentioned it to me informally that, hey, I've seen some widening in the southern part. Needless to say, Western Mexico is catching it. Western Mexico is catching it. So is Central Mexico and North Central Mexico, and all of Mexico is catching it. Zihuatanejo, all right, has tremendous activity. Zihuatanejo is just going at it. And the Yucatan is spinning out wildly. We have the Gulf in action. The Gulf of Mexico is in action. We have the Texas coast. We have our central bays are just really being condensed and packed in. We've got quantum actions up around Houston, just south of Houston. And we have a great big rotation plate in western and central Texas, which is rolling clockwise, right? And it's coming right into the area that I'm in. It's also affecting the area I'm in, from the Delta going on down all the way to Louisiana, New Orleans, the Gulf of Mexico. Florida, of course, is always active. Florida has more going on probably in a day than the rest of the world, but it's just on a small scale. It's like tick, 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 tock. It's everything is going on with Florida is constant. Okay, and I mean, whoever's in Florida is quantum affected. Let me know if you catch anything. I understand some people may have to have privacy right now in Florida for bless me reasons. But Florida is really busy. There's so many quantum activities happening in Florida. It's unreal. And that's going all the way up the eastern seaboard as well. Going into Virginia, you look at Richmond, Virginia. Richmond, the freeway systems around Richmond just rotate day to day. You go up into Washington, D.C., and that mystery that's unfolded and laid plain for those who can read it. I've had a look 2 or 3 times, but never really tried to crack it because it looks like it's going to take some gifted insight and miracle to understand what the language is there. We also have the effects that are happening in the Midwest United States, the American Great Plains states from North Dakota down to Texas are busy, especially catching it on Nebraska and Kansas. Nebraska's had a huge effect on her terrain from the basically the center part of the state out to the western part of the state. Some real acute activity in the northwestern part of the state, and that water shooting to the farmland going out east and changing the retrocausality aspects of the farming communities with the water coming in there and reconfiguring a lot of things. You also have those effects going through central Minnesota, central Wisconsin, Michigan, and the Great Lakes in southern Canada, around Ottawa, Ontario. Although those areas all in there are going to be really busy. We have busy activity around New York and the Finger Lakes, the Adirondacks Mountains, Lake Champlain. That all is in there is juicy and it's active. All you have to do is keep on watching New York. New York is one big quantum dance, okay? It just keeps going. And if you look on down as well, the water table configurations is changing in the eastern seaboard wildly. It's going at it. It's going down south from the Great Lakes, shooting down into Missouri, Arkansas, eastern Texas, and where I'm seeing the configurations and the changes coming our way. Looking over into South America, Brazil is a story unto itself. You could spend the whole segment on Brazil because Brazil is just starting to take that swan dive towards Africa. Of course, that's a mutual dance with Africa, the South Atlantic, Antarctica, the subaquatic activity that's coming off of Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, Chile, and Argentina. Argentina got hurt so badly. I feel bad about that from my timeline. I mean, the coast, we're talking hundreds of miles of coastline have gone from Argentina. And there's also other things going on as well there. But that is also shoots up into Africa, to the Angola Tract, to southern Africa, to Zimbabwe, to it used to be Rhodesia, Zimbabwe, Ethiopia, Somalia, South Sudan, and North Sudan. The Sahara has its trim line being changed right now because it's opening up and it's widening in the Chad Rift, going out into Cameroon and Nigeria and Niger and down to Lagos, right out to the Atlantic. The Sahara is opening up. Those creations that are happening right now are coming into the midst of the Sahara. The transformations are in rapid transformations. We have the Red Sea and her quantum activities with the quantum islands down south. We have, either side of the Red Sea. You've got the Valley of the Kings right up to the Nile and the water that's flowing into the Nile and into Egypt and the changes there. Also going into central Saudi, the secrets that are coming up under her sands are going to be amazing, okay? You have the Gulf of Aden, the Arabian Gulf. They're in action. Everything is moving. India is moving. The Central Asian region is getting primed now because the Black Sea, also in response with the Caspian and the Mediterranean, all of that, all the way out the Atlantic, beyond the Pillars of Hercules, shooting back in the direction of the Black Sea, going to the Caspian. The base liquid foundation is the Caspian for Central Asia. And she lays out and she's going in. She's going to open the folds underneath the subterranean railways there. Central Asia is going to have profound movements, big time. It's going to affect everything around there. It's going to affect, of course, Europe, all of Europe, as Greenland will do so, and northern Russia and Russia, and all the Tajikistan, Afghanistan, Kyrgyzstan, all of that, a multiple nation region in there, also shooting down to India, but that's also going to change because it's going to change Western China. The elements are there. All the elements of the formula are in far Western China. And when she shoots out of there, in comparative terms, that's going to be lightning fast because the speeds are going to be quantum speeds beyond normal Newtonian aspects. They're going to be coming out and the world is going to transform. You have the track that's going all the way out to the Philippines, to all of Indonesia, the changes there in Indonesia, the secrets that are coming out from Indonesia and Australia, surprisingly. Look at Alice Springs, look at Queensland, look at Tasmania. And of course, New Zealand is like a wild satellite right now, but we're getting ready for those changes because the Fibonacci rule is going out with Fiji. And that's going to shoot all the way out to French Polynesia, again, southern Chile, okay, the Antarctic, and the world, okay? We're dancing in a quantum dance right now, and we're heading fantastically quick to a new destination. And amazing changes are going to take place. Okay, enough blah, blah, blah. Texas Danny out. Bye.